All right, greetings. This is Rich. I'm at the Russell Burgess Coastal Preserve, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like now that it's low tide. I showed you high tide earlier today, and now there's about between 6 and 7 feet of water that left this area, and it's still windy. I just wanted to show you how this looks with a lot less water in here. It was filled up to over the top of the greenery here. You can see it. I'll link it to my earlier broadcast today, and then I'll convert it to a YouTube video. What's amazing to me is the social aspect of social media, specifically Facebook, and how I have a lot of friends that share the work that I do, and the amount of views that I'll get. Now I'm out of the wind a little bit. I just wanted to show you that once again the water had covered up most of the grass that we're looking at, and then it's there's an obvious contour to the ground. It drains away, and then the flat spot is out here where we've got the gentleman crabbing in there. We also, looks like you got a good amount of fish there. Excellent for him. Fish or crabs, I can't tell from here what they are. I'm going to take us over to the ocean front now. That's the Prince Resort right over there. I'm going to take us for a little drive to show you what the ocean looks like now that the tide has gone out. It's coming back in. However, about 45 minutes ago, we had the low tide. So water truly seeks its level, and that means a lot. What's really interesting about this too, unlike a lot of areas that experience flooding, close to the ocean like this, the water has an easy exit point. So when the tide goes out, the water drains out of like the parking lot. Earlier today, I had to park on the edge of the parking lot. I couldn't drive in here because the car would have been flooded out. The road was covered with salt water from the ocean. It actually had a nice puddle right there in the middle. Not a big deal. It's just that I couldn't drive in here because, well, it would have killed my car. And the YouTube channel, soon to be, it's actually called Truth, and I will change all my labeling soon. I've got my printing coming back from the printer within a week or so, when I'll have all the names changed, or on the shirt, cards, and in the car as well. So like in our neighborhood, the storm drains actually were delivering the water from the Waccamaw River flowing over. There was a couple of feet over the top of the road earlier today, and yet we can still see the perfect flat undisturbed water, where the water is undisturbed by the current or the wind. It's a perfect mirror. On the right side of the road coming up here, we'll see quite a bit taller water than on the left side. The water continually drains down. There's a culvert that goes under the road here. We can see it low here, and then quite a bit higher over here. I have the culverts featured on the thumbnail of a video where you can see the whirlpools right next to one another rotating in opposite directions of one another. It's just the reality of the world that we live in. The whirlpool, actually, one whirlpool helps get the other whirlpool going, which is kind of interesting. Some people believe that the direction a whirlpool rotates is somehow evidence of the Earth spinning, the Coriolis effect, which is basically science fiction. There is no movement of the Earth that has ever been proven, and that's because it doesn't move. The biblical explanation of our Earth is that it's fixed, it doesn't move. There's a lot of biblical references to the non-moving Earth. It's actually really a big deal. So earlier today, where these people are closest to us, I should say, waves were crashing on the beach. Of course, that's not happening up this close anymore. This isn't going to be a long broadcast. It's just simply to illustrate the difference now that the tide has gone out. A lot of wind blowing the sand there. So it's pretty easy for me to see it. With the water was right up underneath the under the pier building, the Boardwalk Beach Cafe, and now at the level that it is, there's about 6 feet of water that moved out of here. So that's basically what I wanted to show, is that water seeks its level. NASA lies about just about everything, just so you're aware of that. The verse that I was looking for, where the sun is depicted or mentioned as in the midst of the clouds, is Job 37. You can find it there, talking about that, because I mentioned earlier today about the video that I captured where it looks like the sun is in the midst of the clouds. So I wanted to make reference to that so you can go and look at this. I'll link this together with the other videos so that you can see that. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement. If you have any questions, feel free to call or message me. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. Thank you so much.